Rob Wise is coming into the fight with an 0-2 record.
Somewhat deceiving. Rob seems like a decent wrestler, good fighter. I've seen him gas several times. Hurt has picked up his cardio. I guess we'll see now.
Starts off throwing a real big right hand. 2 in a row. And they clinch as Conti starts throwing knees.
Both these guys come from very respected fight clubs in the area and personal training tactics in Uniontown Fight Club.
Conti has Rob Wise press up against the cage. Rob Wise needs to spin out and get his back off the cage. Working some right hands as he's trying to spin to his right. Conti's doing a good job of pressing the action right now.
Wise keeps his hands low. There's some opportunity there for some punches there from
real low and real wide.
Conti.
And he real big slam into side control. And as he mounts, Conti catches his leg and ends up in half guard. From here, Conti needs to work his left leg back through and re-guard and avoid these big left hands that Rob Wise is trying to land right now. Got a pretty bad angle to see what exactly is going on, but Rob Wise is doing a good job of keeping in posture and throwing some punches. Conti needs to regain his guard, or he's in danger of taking some big punches. It looks like he's really close. Just need to escape his hips a little bit more. And he's got him back in guard. Wise is using a little bit of a can opener to put some pressure on Conti's neck, keep his guard open. Looking for some short hammer fists. And that big right. Conti's looking for an arm. You know, Wise is throwing a lot of punches, so Conti's looking to catch one of those and turn it into a quick submission.
Looks like Conti's thinking submission. His head's in the right place to see if he can pull something off here. No sign of that yet.
He's throwing some heel kicks to the hip of Wise, trying to possibly slow down his mobility a little bit in the later rounds. But Wise is doing a good job of staying on top, keeping a wide base, and throwing some punches. Conti had a little trouble controlling Wise while he was on top. He didn't get the sweep, so he spent most of the first round on his back, which is losing in the eyes of the judges. Big right hand from Wise. It looked like it landed more on his shoulder, but he used that to close the distance, kind of like Fedor does. Throws a big overhand right, closes the distance, initiates the clinch, and goes for the takedown.
Yeah, it looks like the same thing we saw in round one so far.
Conti's looking for that triangle. He's trying to push it, Wise's right hand in between his legs to get the submission, but Wise knows his stuff. You know, he's wary to the triangle. Conti's switched arms. He's trying to push his right arm through now. Looks like he's getting kind of close, but he really needs to fire that left foot up. Wise postured and avoided the triangle.
So far, Wise looks like a new guy in this fight. He must have went back to the drawing board and designed a whole new game plan for this. He looks tough. He's ready.
Don Caker's giving Conti good instructions from cage side right there as they're over in the PTT corner. Wise keeps going back to that can opener from guard to break the guard. Conti's doing a good job at controlling Wise's posture, keeping him close so he can't land anything too big, but he's having a hard time getting a sweep or a submission off his back.
Yeah, Conti's having a hard time getting out of this position. Wise is starting to throw some bombs here.
Connie's doing a good job of tying his arms up, avoiding any serious damage, but Wise is still grinding it out on top. And every once in a while, the good one's going to sneak through, which is just...
Yeah, those add up after a while. He's definitely sticking some through in there.
Connie's using the cage to get his hips out at an angle, possibly look for a submission, but it just doesn't seem to be working on Wise. He's just keeping him at bay, controlling his hips.
Wise is doing what he has to do to win this fight so far. See if Conti can turn the tables.
If the round continues on this way, that's 2 rounds up for Wise, in which case Connie would need to pull off a submission from his back or, find a way to finish the fight. 10-second clap. Connie's still looking for that triangle. Looks like he's just so close to going. So look for a quick takedown from Wise.
There it is.
He took him down the exact same way he did in the second round.
Yeah, not much effort.
You sat big overhand right, closed the distance, clinched, and got the takedown. Let's see if Connie can pull off something from his back, get him out of this position, and win the fight.
Yeah, same thing we saw in round 1 and 2 so far.
Looks like Wise might be thinking about passing to half guard to his right, but if he doesn't, he's still on top, still causing damage, and still winning in the judges' eyes.
Yeah, I'd like to see Wise try to get the mount here. We haven't seen that yet. I think he could do some damage from that position. But why argue with success? This is working for him.
It's definitely working. He's doing some damage. He's in his own corner, listening to his coaches. They're probably telling him, you're up, play it safe, keep on doing what's worked for 2 rounds.
Exactly.
No need to change the game plan right now because right now he's putting on a dominant performance. Connie's still shooting up for that triangle, but anytime that leg gets close, Wise just postures up and if the fight continues on this way, it looks like Rob Wise is going to improve his record to 1-2. He has passed to half guard now. Let's see if he can continue on. Conti just managed to regard and hopes to minimize damage. Looks like he has some sort of an Ezekiel choke on Conti, but it's pretty hard to pull off from guard. Conti's working off the cage. Big right hand.
Wise has really stepped up his game. He really wanted to get one in the win column, and it's showing here.
He's using that can opener again to control Conti's movement off the bottom, and it's working pretty well. He hasn't passed to a dominant position yet, but this is working for him. So I don't expect him to change anything right now.
No, why change? Looks like he's going to eke his way to a 30-27 victory here.
10-second clap. Conti picks up the pace because he knows he's in trouble, but it looks like Wise might just be too much for him on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, our bout number 6 of this evening goes all 3 rounds. We have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges score the same, 30-27, to your winner from Union
All right, we're here in bout number 7. We got Zach Bird, 0-0, independent fighter from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, versus Tim Miller from Moundsville Martial Arts, also 0-0.
Tim Miller's another local just down the river in Moundsville. This is our first heavy.
All right, we're here in bout number 7. We got Zach Bird, 0-0, independent fighter from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, versus Tim Miller from Moundsville Martial Arts, also 0-0.